Now, when we start to think about conflict from a healthy place, we can recognize the value of the emotions that we're having. Now, let me give you a situation. I get an email from a coworker, and that coworker has written something fairly abrasive to me and really makes me upset. Our immediate reaction is to respond back with that emotion because we're upset, we're hurt, we're shocked. There are all kinds of things that come through our bodies when we have that kind of reaction. So when you recognize that piece, you recognize the value of those emotions, you can say, I feel hurt. Okay, that's an important thing for you to recognize. I wouldn't expect my coworker to treat me that way. All right? So your emotion is to lash back out, perhaps, or to behave in a certain way where you've been trained to do so. And that could be from parts of your life where you've seen certain behaviors that you emulate, or you might actually step into that space and say, okay, I value this emotion, but let me put it aside here for a minute because I'm at work and we need to think about working together. Assuming we both continue to work in the same business, in the same company, in the same department, or the same team for months or years to come, how do we move beyond our emotions? That's the important thing to recognize. It's important to say that you have those emotions, and even when you have the opportunity, whether it's with an empathetic supervisor or an empathetic coworker who values both of the people who are in the conflict, they can sit down and say, guys, just talk through what you're feeling, why you felt that way about each other. Sometimes that can work out. Number two, conflict often brings out strong emotions, and that can be a motivator. When you feel strongly about getting something done for your work or having a certain outcome, that can really be a motivator for you in relationship to maybe you're competing against another department and want to excel ahead of them, and maybe some of that is driven from a conflict that you've had with that particular department or a particular person. That's okay. Use that as a motivator to make yourself excel. That's a great way to sort of jujitsu or transform your conflict into a motivator. Realize that conflict handled effectively leads to a stronger sense of unity. Now, when people go through struggles together and they come out the other side of it, there's always an opportunity during that struggle for people to come together and have a conversation that's productive. Maybe the two people who are having the conflict aren't the best people to handle it, so that empathetic third party, coworker, manager, someone that can manage the situation, even an HR professional might be able to help in these situations. A lot of companies now value their culture so much that they would rather have their coworkers come together and listen to each other and provide them the tools for that kind of listening, because culture is becoming more and more the driver for really, really effective, fast growth organizations. View conflict as an opportunity to recognize and resolve problems. When there is a conflict, this is really an opportunity to say, is this a business issue that we can really address? So it's an opportunity to recognize and solve that problem.